Where you came from? Just wanna know your name. Just wanna show you thing.
Who's your favorite doll?
My favorite doll is the motherfucking Stacey Jackson. Yo, you know what Stacey Jackson is?
No.
She's an older doll, y'all.
Was she a captain? No.
No, she was a tail. She had the short hair.
Well, I need to watch some older videos.
Stacey Jackson, she's my fave, okay? She just gives me woman. Ultimately, the main doll that drew me to the team was my captain, Kayla Pittman. After Kayla is Stacey Jackson, for sure.
And then who's the next person that you think of?
Sierra Cole.
Sierra.
Sierra, because her energy is unmatched. And then on top of it, she's the captain that taught my captain. So who else?
So who came up with the best routines or dances for the dolls as a crab or in general?
Okay, so as a team, we all come up with catch-ons and we come up with a dance. So how we come up with field shows, all of us get together, we brainstorm, and we all make up 2 to 3 counts per person, and the captain brings all the counts together and formulates where exactly it goes, formations, all of that. So basically, we make up the choreography as a team, including the captain, but the captain puts together the whole entire dance. And we make up catch-ons throughout the season, even though we have like a quadrillion catch-ons. Yeah, we all individually make up catch-ons as well.
How do you remember all those catch-ons though?
Lord, I don't even know.
Was it a negative or positive environment as a crab?
Positive, y'all. Let me shut down some of these rumors that they said about my captain, my crab here.
What?
First off, my captain never was intentionally mean to us for no reason. The only time she was ever mean to us is when we deserved it. Everything was always a lesson. It was never for no reason. She never singled me out of all my crab sisters. Never had me stone shoes. I don't even know what the hell stone shoes is.
What is it?
Girl, they said that she made me stone shoes my crab year.
Is that a southern?
It's glitter. It's glitter. It's glitter shoes. Okay, it's not stone, glitter.
She made you glitter shoes, like she made you put glitter on shoes.
Yeah, but all my practices try to do that. If one of us did something, all of us did something, basically.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, what cultivated a good positive environment for a crab?
What cultivated a positive environment for a crab? Having big sisters to look up to and always there for you. Even though we messed up in the doll room, my doll sisters would ride for me. If they heard anybody talking stuff about me and talking about messing up and I'm just how did I make the team, they will literally like vouch for me. Like, I feel like there was never negativity as far as like putting us against each other. My crab years.
How did these costumes come about? Like, did y'all, who was in charge of it? Did you guys have a say, or?
We literally have one person who makes our costumes. It's like,
Since when?
since forever.
Whoa.
Since the beginning, it's like basically.
Dang.
I'm not gonna say who, but literally one person makes our costumes.
Wow.
And the only time another person designed our costumes was our 50th anniversary. He just designed it. He didn't actually make it. Like the Sam girl always makes our costumes. Basically, the captain picks all the costumes for homecoming. Yeah, we have 3 new uniforms each year. For homecoming, Bayou Classic, and the Battle of the Bands, the captain basically draws out what she wants the uniform to look like, and that's how it goes. So yeah, y'all, it's a lot that comes with being a doll, yes, for sure. And maybe glitter and gold to you all because you guys are on the outside looking in, but trust me, on the inside looking out, it's very hard work, and it takes a lot of commitment and patience and time and everything. Your whole heart and soul. Your life is gonna change.
So on that note, did dancing dolls boost your confidence?
I would say dancing dolls definitely did boost my confidence as far as a dancer. But as a person, I've always had high confidence, I would say. Like my big doll sisters always used to joke about me because they watched my Instagram before when I made the team, right before we started practice. They was like, who the hell is this Instagram model? Like, who does she think she is? You know what? I was at the head. Even before I was a crowd, sis. Okay, because I always had that high confidence, and I feel like that's what really made me set me apart from the hundreds of girls from tryouts, because I was super focused, and I'm just a person who just like, I just always stay in my own lane, anything that I do, literally.
So I can tell that you are a naturally confident person, but are there any tips that you could possibly give people that don't feel as confident?
As far as dance, or just in general?
Just in general, because you said that your confidence set you apart from, because I'm sure a lot of people had technique and stuff, but you probably got, chosen because you had that glow to you. If there are times when you don't feel as confident, what makes you feel you're getting your glow back?
You just kind of really just go back and remember who you are, basically. Remember where I came from, why I'm here. You just have to get in that mindset Nobody can tell me what I can do or how I can live my life, period. If you do, that's your opinion, but it don't have nothing to do with me. It doesn't change the way I feel about myself. So that's a good way to, I guess, look at things whenever you're put down or, you know, somebody says anything negative to you.
So, are you a person that looks for validation?
No. Of course, when it comes to people I look up to, like my crush sisters, my doll sisters, I want to hear all of their opinions.
Right.
Like, you know, outsiders who always say negative stuff and that, 9 times out of 10, they don't even know what they talk about, so don't listen to that.
Did you get along with your captains?
Of course. They were my stronghold on the team. Like, if it wasn't for my captain and my co-captain, I don't think I would have made it that far.
Do you think being a Southern doll increased your popularity?
Definitely, I would say. I didn't know nobody in Baton Rouge, sis. It wasn't until I made the dolls that everybody knew who I was and everything about me. And
wow.
It's sick because it's like anywhere else you go in the whole entire world, you're nobody. But it's like every time I come to Louisiana, it's like I have to watch out what I do because you never know who's watching and looking at me or looking up to me. So I feel like being, I guess, popular like on campus is a good and bad thing.
Did you feel like you had to look good all the time in every class, or you was like,
no.
fuck it?
No. I just was happy to wear an S, y'all. Like we couldn't even wear an S. I'm happy because we won the dolls yet.
Y'all couldn't wear an S?
No, we couldn't wear the S yet until we became.
Wait, what's the S?
Seven dolls, like the S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's like the
logo
for the band. Couldn't wear the S until we became a doll, or like even the band members. You don't really wear. You couldn't wear S in school. Like you could wear it in band practice or whenever you're performing. Like you're a doll from the outside looking in, but inside you're a crab. You're this, okay? This is all you are.
Okay, so how did you handle that popularity? Was it too much? Were you used to it?
No, I wasn't used to it. I just was very humble.
Yeah.
I reminded people that I'm a crab and I'm not a doll yet. And then even after I became a doll, I'm just a very humble person. I never forget where I came from. I never changed. Like dolls didn't change me, aka didn't change me, moving to LA didn't change me. Anybody who I'm around, they get the real full of me. Like I don't change or I'm not gonna lie. When I be around white people, I change. My voice be changing. I'm like, oh my god. Like what are you talking about?
I think we all do that. I know I do that.
But y'all get the point.
Did you ever want to be a captain? Did you even try out to be a captain?
You can't try out to be a captain. It's chosen by the sponsor or the band director. Honestly, it never crossed my mind that I wanted to be a captain. I just wanted to be on the team. That's all I cared about. I just wanted to do my 4 years. So that's basically it.
So did you enjoy being the tail though, baby?
Y'all, I love being the tail. Like, y'all, I could actually like, you know, as a doll, you have to embody like a woman. But as tail, you have to be extra. Like, you have to make it you. I first originally tried out to be tail in 2016 when Maya was still on the team. Y'all, it's crazy because I actually did make the tail. But my craft sisters talked to me and I understood that they were like, you know what, you're gonna have your time to be tail, let Maya do it. It's all right. I feel like seniority really does matter, or it did matter in dolls. And in 2017,
She killed that.
she killed it. She killed it, literally. Like y'all, in 2017, literally the scripts have been flipped and I literally felt exactly how Maya felt during my tail tryout because I had to try out for tail again, even though I was, I guess, played tail after Maya became captain for like a couple games. I had to try out to be tail against Kaylin and Jada, who were crabs.
Oh snap.
I was literally the oldest person on team besides Daddy, and I was like, what the heck, like why am I trying to be tail and she knows that I want to be tail? I understood like the position Maya was in when I, you know, tried out to be tail, and I got the position and I literally ran with it. I studied all the past previous dolls. That's why I love Stacey Jackson. They didn't really have cameras back then. Like they didn't really catch a lot of doll footage as far as tail, and they barely even got the whole team. So the tails didn't need anything back in the 90s and stuff because they didn't have the camera phones. You could barely see them because they're literally in the back corner. I just thought about, you know, what can I do to like make this position me? So I didn't really plan any of those sit downs, you guys. I didn't plan at all. Even the first sit down, the hair fluff, I didn't plan that. Like it was literally on the spot. Like I just thought about it. And honestly, that's the best way to do it. You gotta catch the moment.
That's beautiful. That's art. When you're able to do that, that's when it turns into art.
Yay.
So that just sparked a question in me. So do you guys have access to extra footage where you can study the other dolls that's not on YouTube?
No.
No?
No. Girl, it's
Okay.
on YouTube.
Okay.
Everything
so
on YouTube.
you gotta put me on that Stacey Jackson video.
I will. I'm gonna put y'all on
Stacey
Stacey Jackson. I'm gonna put a clip of
Please.
Stacey Jackson, y'all, because y'all gotta know who the Stacey Jackson is. Period.
What was your favorite moment as a tail?
My favorite moment as a tail was J State for sure, because it's like J State games are always super lit because it's like everybody's just like Southern. Like everybody's just like, when we first walk in, like through the stands, everybody's like literally cussing us out, saying we ugly, we stank. Somebody threw something at a dog.
Oh no.
I think it was 2014. Like, J State is intense, but once we get in them stands, baby, once we get in them stands, it's over with. So I was just like really in my zone that game, and I just had a lot of fun.
That's what's up. What are some techniques for remembering the moves? Like, were you like practicing them in your head in class or something?
So what my captain taught me is you can never get in your body unless you do it full out every time. Whoa. And her magic number was 7. You have to do it literally 7 times full out for it to get in your body. So
Word.
I never forgot that, and I take that even to my LA dance studio classes, and I never do it half-assed, because if you do it, you're not gonna do it full out. Once you perform, you're gonna be performing marking it. So that's just something that I always will keep.
For those who are wanting to be on the HBCU dance team, do you have any advice or tips?
That's a really good question, Vashti. Okay, so I can only speak in acquisition of dolls. So if you guys are trying out for dolls, just make sure that you just remain yourself, because you know the dolls who've made it in the past, they made it by being themselves. They didn't make it by trying to be any of the dolls in the past or trying to be somebody else. They're looking for what sets you apart amongst hundreds of people who are trying out. So just stay true to yourself. Pray throughout the whole entire process. Never forget the 4 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So make sure that you're preparing your mind for that, because I knew my life was gonna change even before I even tried out for dolls. I just prepared my mind, my body. I just studied all the dolls. Even all the way in Chicago, I was over here just getting myself in the right mindset of just being a doll. So I would say stay true to yourself, pray about it, and just get yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit ready, because you got a lot coming for you.
So did you already have technique before the dolls?
Okay, so I've been dancing seriously since like the 7th grade. Thank God when I was in high school, I was part of this pom-poms team. They didn't have dance teams, I guess, in Chicago. They just had poms teams. And we danced with pom-poms, but we were doing like technical dancing. So thank God my coach at the time, she's a very technical trained dancer. So I got all of like my jump sweeps, turns, I got my splits all throughout high school. So thank God for my high school dance team. And I was literally the only freshman on my varsity team. So it was basically the same thing like how my crab year was in high school. I had to work from the ground up, and everybody was just like, how did she make the team? She's a freshman. Like, how is she on varsity? She's the only girl there. She just made it because she's pretty. I literally, all that stuff I had to deal with even in high school, y'all. So it did prepare me for Southern as well, because I was just in that mentality like, I'm focused on me, boo. Like, I'm not worried about you. Even in tryouts, like I had a group, it was me, Taylor, and another girl, and the other girl was like, I'm not gonna make it. Like, I know I'm not gonna make it. I just know it.
Oh, man.
And I was just like, you know what, sis, let me separate myself from you, because I don't need that energy. So that's what I did. I separated myself, and literally me and Taylor made the team, and the other girl did. So you guys just have to remain positive in every aspect of life. It just teaches you just remain positive, because what's the whole point of being negative about something? You can't really change you.
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself. So I have a closing question. So what is one thing that you regret, and what is one thing that you was like, dang, I did that, like you were so proud of yourself?
Literally no regrets my crab year. I have no regrets. Everything that I've done, even the mistakes, I embraced and I learned from them. Even when it came to after my crab year, after I did 3 years of dogs, worked so hard, and I still didn't make the team, I still embraced that, and I still took the situation for what it was. And you guys, I learned that everything happens for a reason, because I did not see myself even being on the team then, and I'm glad that I was able to actually experience my college life and not have to worry about being a dog. I got to actually experience my last year at HBCU as an AKA, as just a regular student. I just went to a regular game, and it was just felt so amazing to just go, you know, just don't have to worry about coming early. I didn't have to worry about all that. All I had to worry about was just going. Looking back in retrospective, I've never thought that like, dang, I did that like during the season. It was looking back after I was a forever doll, and I look back at all my videos, and I'm like, you know, especially like my tail moments, or like when I led the team that one time. Even when I did the HBCU dance affair with my crab sisters, I was like, you know what, sis, you can actually dance, bitch. Like I just talked myself into like my crab year that I just couldn't dance. But actually, I could dance.
She got the milk. She got the sauce.
I just needed some time, y'all. So I really appreciate you guys for sending me these questions. And I really appreciate my girl, Shay, for asking me this question. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you guys drop it below. Hopefully, we'll be doing a follow-up video where I'm talking about my crab year and I'm just watching old videos and commenting on them and just telling you guys what was going through my head at that moment. That's coming soon, so make sure you guys go subscribe to my channel. If you guys like this video, thumbs up, okay? So I love you guys and I will see you guys next vlog. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful, y'all. She cold as ice.
Let me taste it.
Let me see this. Wait, you gotta get it in the camera. Ooh, that's a juicy crab. Is it good?
It's good.
It's cold as ice, huh?
It's cold. It's actually good. I want to eat it. Yeah, I don't eat crab.
That's the first time you actually had crab, huh?
This is the first time I had crab in like years. The first time I tried it, I was like,
Why?
I had nightmares after.
What the hell?
I literally went to sleep feeling like a different person. Like I felt weak. I think it was the fact that I was like, I ate a crab. Like wow. Like I don't.
Did the video, did the video, Today we have, god damn it, this cheap ass stuff. And today, all right, y'all, let's get into the video.